Alright, guys, we have some disappointing news. Black Rose just lost its win streak. These guys, I don't know who they were, but they were insane. This is a Chinese clan, and they were just putting up triples left and right. You know, they got 20 triples in a 40v40 war. Some of these guys, you know, they had some insane attacks, but it ended our win streak at a 21 win streak in Black Rose. We are going to start a new clan to have a fresh warlog. Black Rose didn't have the best warlog, and we are looking to have a beast warlog. So in the meantime, we're going to be doing some, I created a clan called Legacy, and we're going to do some clan wars in there until everyone has maxed heroes, and we'll join back into just ordinary. So right now, this is SBG OGJR, and I believe this is JD9, and he is doing a Queen Charge Hog Warden stick back with the Hogs. He uses the skeleton spells in the core there to distract or to kill that queen. That Warden's ability was super OP because it got all the hogs, the skeletons, and the queen in there with the with that Warden's ability. So just huge value out of that. And these hogs were able to clean up this base super easy. That queen still has her ability and is on the backside of the base not doing anything relevant, so might as well just swag her on the way over to clean up troops or clean up structures. So awesome. All right, now we have Foothill, and Foothill, he's kind of a newer dude, but he is definitely showing his worth. And yeah, notice he's going to be doing a Sui Lalo. You know, this is probably one of the most popular attacks in the game right now, is the Sui Lalo. It is all about getting that town hall, wall breaking into that town hall, and getting that out of the way. One thing with Sui Lalo that you're definitely going to need is you're definitely going to need skeleton spells, and you don't want to pull the CC if you can. If you're doing a Sui Lalo attack, you don't want your heroes to get too far in, your heroes too far in to pull that CC, just because they, like in this case, granted this baby dragon was going to get pulled either way, but the fact that, if it's something else that targets like ground troops or whatever, could mess up the pathway of that Lalo, So if it's a hound, and then your lava pups that instead of cleaning the trash structures around the base, they get stuck on that lava hound, and then they die to the lava pups once it pops. It's always good to say try not to pop that or to get that CC when you sue a hero, but with poison spell it could work out. Beautiful hit there by Forest. And next up, this was a tough war, guys. I mean, we put up a good amount of triples, but when it came down to it, they just put up a little bit more. So here's a good example of another. This is a very small kill squad, and the only reason why I say it's a kill squad is because it's got the siege machine involved in it. The rest was kind of just funneling purposes. And so he gets that kill squad in on the town hall, is able to take out the town hall and the enemy CC there. The queen is going to use her ability. And notice how early he did the hogs. He basically massed hog this base, and he's got skeleton spells to handle that queen, and eventually that queen is going to go down. It took her a little bit with those skeleton spells, and then the hogs just have a super... I mean, that's a good thing about mass hogs is, you can have them spread out and still take out defenses on a timely manner. So that's definitely something that he took advantage of here. So Drew, great attack with that mass hog. Through that. And that base had already given him that L-shaped pattern, which is absolutely ideal. And whenever you find bases that have that L-shaped pattern already in it, it just makes life that much easier. All right, now we have Shaner here with his incredible witch slap, and he's going to be doing a E-drag funnel with a queen walk into the charge with the witches behind. Notice he drops a couple witches on the left-hand side behind the king just to create that funnel perfectly. Uses that Warden's ability very early. That wall wrecker placement is absolutely perfect because it breaks that wall, that fourth wall in to open up the entire center of the space. These witches are just pushing through, puts the bats in at the 9 o'clock, and these bats, free spell over that wizard tower. The town hall goes down. Those bats still fizzling out, taking out a couple more defenses, but eventually they die out. And then, these witches are still going through. There's so many skeletons left alive. There's a few witches left. Queen's just used her ability, going to take out that multi-target Inferno. She came in clutch by hitting that multi-target Inferno because, just the rest of the structures are not necessarily high hit point, or the rest of the troops are not high hit point troops. So that multi-target Inferno could have smashed them if those P.E.K.K.A.s were low. But yeah, Shaner on an awesome witch slap that he loves doing. It's great to watch those. Great to watch those raids and kind of learn from that because it's just such a different raid than I'm used to seeing in just Ordinary. All right. Now we've got Dez here. And Dez is going to be doing her signature P.E.K.K.A. Bobat, and she goes heavy on the funnel to ensure that funnel is going to get taken care of because that's the worst part about the raid is whenever you fail your funnel and then it's a guaranteed fail the raid. If you fail the funnel and the troops go around the outside, you're never going to get into the core. So it is a good thing to go heavy on the funnel if you're not sure, and she takes advantage of that. Uses 2 E-Drags. Again, she doesn't use a jump spell, which is just so crazy to me. Proper rages throughout the core, they are going to take out that enemy queen. Use that Warden's ability right in the core there before that Eagle Artillery rains down on the troops again. And the troops, just making all the right decisions on where to go down into the core, to distract that multi-target Inferno. And, that's crazy. The kill squad took out 2 multi-target Infernos. And then almost just a second late on that wizard tower at the 11 o'clock to make those bats still stay alive. But she's got 3 P.E.K.K.A.s left. The queen uses her ability, clean up troops like crazy. And then that last wizard tower goes down with ease. So beautiful raid. All right, now we've got Kratos or MJ. Man, I'll tell you something. MJ doesn't really talk a whole bunch in the clans, but he's one of my favorite raiders. One, we have a real good mutual friend, Beast, and knock on wood, Beast. You might ever watch these YouTube videos. Want to shout out to you. The Beast is such a good dude, and he's one of our mutual friends. And Kratos is an insane attacker. So not only do I just like him because I know he's a good dude, but he's a name that we see almost every single war with a triple. And, this is a good example. He is going to be doing a Queen Charge Lalo, so that King funneled on the right-hand side from the 3 o'clock. The Queen is going to follow that Wall Wrecker into the core there to take out that Eagle Artillery, the Town Hall, enemy CC, enemy Queen, which is everything that you need. And then the Lalo is going to start from the 1 o'clock and push around counterclockwise with good, absolutely intense haste spells. And that healing spell right there in that multi-target Inferno pocket is huge. That was the game changer of this, or the game saver of this raid. And then the only defense left was that air defense, and then some great cleanup minions. Swag Warden's ability, because that Warden decided to not stick with the pack of loons, which is just who knows what. All right, now Dalton D3T here, and gonna be doing a Suihiro Lalo. So this is pretty insane. He sacrifices an Ice Golem here, takes out the Town Hall. The Town Hall is going to go down. That Ice Golem pops, which is going to freeze a ton of things. That King is eventually going to break through that wall right there, which is going to give that Queen a pathway to go through to take out that air defense. And once that air defense is basically taken out, and along with the one, he suited a couple loons up there, then the Lalo is going to start from that multi-target Inferno, taking out that hidden Tesla's farm that is kind of in an awkward spot. And then the Loons just go through the rest of this base. That Warden is playing a little sketch, moving a little ahead of the pack there. That Stone Slammer is tanking for the rest of the Loons. That Sweeper is a pain in the butt, so we're going to end up freezing that one. And then from there, you know, all we have left is that backside multi-target Inferno to where, and then look at that. I mean, all the defenses were taken out with 65%. So just huge cleanup troops. He's got the skeleton spell. Skeletons cleaning up as well with the lava pups and the minions. So, you know, super fun raid. Lalo, not necessarily used to having that type of raid, but really fun, you know. All right. Now here we go. My signature Kill Squad Hog Attack. I did try this once before and I time failed, which was super unfortunate, but notice how I did a Baby Dragon funnel on the right-hand side, and then I did my P.E.K.K.A. Wizard combo on the top left. I did a couple hogs in there to get that mortar to make sure that funnel was going to be correct, and then from there, my whole kill squad goes straight into the core, jumps over the Town Hall into the multi-target Inferno area, is going to get that Queen, the enemy CC, the Eagle Artillery, Town Hall, and then the kill squad is still just grinding through there like it's nothing. I mean, they are just pushing through. Eventually, the multi-target Infernos are going to take out the bowlers, just because the healers can only target so much in the core there. The hogs come in from the 11 o'clock and push completely around counterclockwise. You know, they kind of go on the outside ring a little bit more than what I wanted. Luckily, that Queen is still taking out some defenses from in the core there. I used her ability on that multi-target Inferno because I wanted those hogs to stay up, and you know, it actually worked out great. Last defense standing is going to be that cannon, which I just barely get. This is super close to a time fail, guys, super close. But these hogs, you know, went down to those skeleton spells, but luckily that king stayed alive with those two wizards on the backhand side, and then, you know, eventually they meet up in the middle for that cleanup. So yeah, signature Kill Squad Hog Attack, loving that one, absolutely loving it. You know, it's pretty adverse. I've been using a lot in Legend League. You know, you just got to pick apart the bases and get the right funnel. Basically, you have to get that Town Hall down with my type of attack in order to get that triple. All right, now we have Dez again, and Dez is going to be doing her two E-Dragon P.E.K.K.A. Bowwitch, or I'm sorry, P.E.K.K.A. Bowbat, and yeah, you know, the chain value on these E-Dragons is just huge, and yeah, then it's going to send the kill squad in straight to the Town Hall from that 1030. Easy to break through these walls. They weren't maxed walls, so make sure that wall wrecker gets there. The Queen, you know, she's playing a game of I hate it. You know, she's walking around the outside. It's definitely not ideal, but the rest of that kill squad is through. You know, a good rage is going to take out that multi-target Inferno, and then the rest of these troops are just pushing through the core there. And the Warden still has his ability and is not going to use that until the very end of this raid. So that entire kill squad, even with the Queen wandering, was able to take out all the multi-target, I mean the entire core of that base, all the multi-target Infernos, all the Town Hall, Eagle Artillery, and then the last Wizard Tower is able to take out those bats. But yeah, you know, these P.E.K.K.A.s are tanking for that Queen. That Queen's going to take out... Man, I hate those skeleton traps. That's literally the most satisfying part of this raid, is when those skeleton traps goes down. And those P.E.K.K.A.s break through that last wall and take out that Wizard Tower for the triple. Beautiful hit. Beautiful. All right, now we got Cabana Dan, and he's going to be doing a Queen charge miner. And, you know, this is another really adverse attack that we see a lot. Notice where he's going with the Queen charge, following that wall wrecker. Got the healers in behind. He's doing a double ice golem, a double loon, a CC. These ice golems decided to walk around the outside, which, you know, it didn't really make or break him. He definitely wanted to save on that jump spell just so that the Queen charge was not going to go all over the place. Wanted to make sure that it was getting the right path. But it actually worked out well. Those ice golems were able to take out a couple defenses, which is pretty cool. Use that king on the right-hand side for the funnel, And then the miners are just going to go over the town hall. The queen is actually going to take out basically the entire left-hand side of this base, which is awesome. Multi-target Inferno down, a couple other high hit point structures. The miners are still pushing through the rest of that right-hand side of this base. That loon is a pain in the butt, and that queen is actually going to get stuck on her whatever AI she is running on that hound. And then, yeah, I mean, eventually the miners make it all the way around. The queen, again, is worthless on the backhand side of this raid. It just doesn't do anything, and the miners are able to secure the triple. So, Cabana Dan, beautiful hit, man. Sorry your warden, or your queen decided to go all over the place. All right, now we have MJ again, you know, one of my favorite dudes here. And he's going to be doing a Sui Hero E-Clone Lalo. Okay, Sui Hero E-Clone Lalo. And, you know, notice how his Sui the Heroes, the queen gets a ton of value, a couple structure or defenses and structures inside a one wall, which is good because that's going to show where that E-Clone is going to go. And unfortunately, he did pull the CC, which is that one thing I was telling you that's not necessarily the best to deal with. But, you know, it's a hound, and the hound was not chasing the rest of the E-Drags here. Look at that chain value, man. Takes out that Eagle Artillery. It goes all the way through and takes out and activates the Town Hall. He's going to do a backside Lalo. And that Wizard Tower was distracted on that E-Dragon, and, you know, these E-Dragons are kind of tanking, cleaning up as well, so huge value out of those E-Dragons. Warden goes up with the Loons, is able to do partial Warden's ability over the Loons, and just so many leftover Loons, and then the minions and Lava Pups to clean up. So beautiful hit by MJ, per usual. All right, now we have Pessimist Chess. And, you know, these bases are getting a little underdeveloped. The walls are Town Hall 10 walls, Town Hall 9 and 10, 11 defenses. I mean, so there's still tough layouts, which is good. That's why we're showing off these triples, just because they're not necessarily easy. And he's going to be doing a queen charge into the Town Hall / Eagle Artillery area. So very good use of funnel, because this is such a hard... it's literally to charge off of a jump spell is just incredible. You don't see that often. He's able to take down the Town Hall before the queen AI's on that enemy CC, which is insane, because, you know, 9 times out of 10 it'll be taken out real quick, and the queen will get distracted on that enemy CC. So got the Town Hall out of the way, and then is gonna basically mass miner the rest of this. He's I mean, yeah, he just sends the Warden in with the miners. The miners are going crazy. Uses a backside Stone Slammer to make it so the funnel is easier for the miners as they're going through the core there. That queen is still up. Lost the healers eventually, but is still up and is going to take out, you know, a ton more structures. The miners still pushing through. A couple hybrid loons to get a couple defenses out of the way. The miners go and get some trash structures. Queen swags her ability. Basically the only thing left alive in there that's any damage is that crossbow, and that's eventually going to get taken out as well. So beautiful hit there. All right, now we have Ares, and Ares is going to be doing his I think this is his new favorite raid. Is basically a Sui Hero Lalo, and yeah, you know, using a extremely good funnel with that king, and then gonna bring in that P.E.K.K.A. to tank for the queen, as well as that giant. The queen's going to take out that multi-target Inferno, going to get rid of these skeleton spells, going to take out that air defense, the bomber tower, and the wizard tower, and just gets that enemy queen, which is absolutely great. And actually use the skeleton spell on that queen a little early. I mean, because you kind of want to do it during the Lalo portion, but that was a great adaptation, because that queen was already distracted with the other queen, so might as well drop him and ensure that that queen's going to go down, right? He does a backside Lalo starting from about the 6 o'clock going. That heal spell is absolutely massive. They're going to get all those loons to full health. Going to rage and Warden's ability over that Town Hall. I mean, look at all these loons, guys. It doesn't even matter that there's like an enemy CC baby dragon tearing those loons apart, because there's so many of them. They're just going to keep going through and fall in on those structures and storages, and, you know, it's beautiful. Beautiful raid. by Ares. He ended up with, I think, 3 triples this war, 3 or 4 triples this war, so he had a stellar performance. Alright guys, last one here, and this is going to be a Suihiro Lalo on D3T. That's right, guys. Basically, you know, it's got a decent sized kill squad to go with that Sui part. The Wall Wrecker was not able to make it in, but the King and the P.E.K.K.A. were able to break through that wall real quick, and then gonna use the Warden's ability next to the Town Hall, and the P.E.K.K.A. and the King and the Queen and the Warden are able to take out the Eagle Artillery. And then look at the shape of this base. We have a easy L-shaped pathway, you know, a couple heal spell, a couple good haste, clean up minions in the back, and this is a textbook Lalo. You know, distracting, freezing, hasting, healing, and yeah, I mean, yeah, the flight was perfect. It was a beautiful Lalo, so super excited to see that type of raid. Beautiful job. Beautiful, beautiful. Getting excited. I think I'm gonna start using Lalo in some Legend League, some Sui Lalo. It's just the way to go. So that's it, guys. You know, unfortunately, we did lose our win streak, 14-20, and you know, we'll see you around next.